A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight. That went nowhere. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any of your trouble.
Orton calls himself the Legend Killer, but I think he's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a fall victory over Triple H to my credit.
He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. This could be it.
One.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here.
Three.
I tell you, JR, this one has the potential to be a match of the year candidate.
He countered that and made it look easy.
I know you think Randy Orton's great, JR, but no one's got a higher opinion of him than Orton himself. I wish he'd just shut his mouth and show us what he's got.
Where have you... Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Red! I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. He countered that one perfectly.
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I think, what a counter! Randy Orton is such an ingrate, JR. As soon as he got a taste of success, he turned on Triple H and Ric Flair, the men who made him what he is today.
He's no such thing, King. Triple H and Flair turned on Orton, not the other way around. And they did it out of jealousy.
Come on, JR. What could Orton have that the Game and the Nature Boy could be jealous of? They've got more than 25 world title reigns between them.
Yeah, but neither of them won a title at an earlier age than Randy Orton. The Legend Killer, he's a slippery devil.
You know, JR, I racked my brains trying to think of a single flaw in Triple H, and I couldn't come up with anything. It's like he says, he really is the only diamond in this business.
I bet I can help you out there, King. He's arrogant. He's selfish and self-centered. He'll sacrifice anyone and anything to get what he wants. He's completely...
That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you.
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not playing favorites, King. I might have issues with certain superstars as human beings, but I respect their in-ring abilities nonetheless.
JR, you're so full of it that you've got diarrhea of the mouth. Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities. He's so talented and so intelligent that he could have made such a positive impact on the business. Instead,
there's the reversal. These superstars are so unpredictable, this match could go another 30 seconds or 30 minutes.
I hope it's the latter, King. It wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit if this match lasted the rest of the night. And there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There'd better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury.
So do I, King, but this ain't ballet. This is very intense, physical competition. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
You're not going to get him with that one.
Looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe so. But one or two big moves could completely change the complexion of this match.
Oh no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, they won't be having their arms raised after the match. That's for damn sure.
Oh, man, that doesn't look good.
Talk about targeting a body part and picking it apart.
His opponent telegraphed that one. He's going for the cover, JR.
1, 2, 3.
I think these superstars... That's it! The match is over!
The champion is once more. Is it you with the signature move? Is it you with the heart that refuses to lose? Is it you for the top?
The following contest is a six-man battle royal. On the way to the ring, from Manhattan, New York, weighing in at 231 pounds, Chris Jericho. Georgia, weighing in at 234 pounds, Chris Benoit. And the opponent, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. From Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Chris Jack. Weighing 326 pounds, Kane. And the opponent, from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid,